Hey toy fans, Aaron here. I was thinking we should do a vehicle review just to kind of mix it up a bit. So today we're going to take a look at the Bespin Cloud Car. So let's head to that table and check this one out. Alright, a quick look at the packaging, and this was released in 2010 in the Shadows of the Dark Side look. It got you the dark blue packaging, very nice looking. Star Wars in the upper left corner. If this was in the Clone Wars vehicle or something, it would have Clone Wars underneath. And sliding over to the right side of the box, you got Rex in a very heroic pose as we look up at him in the shot. In the front center of the packaging, of course, you got the vehicle that you're getting, which is the Cloud Car. Very nice background of Bespin there. That is part of the packaging that would be removable and convert to a diorama, as it is mentioned there, just to the right side. And then bottom left, of course, it says Bespin Cloud Car, because that's what you're getting. And then for the sides of the box, of course, you got your Bespin Cloud Car here, Star Wars logo up top, Bespin Cloud Car font down here at the bottom. Other side, exactly the same. And then the top gets you the same look, just spread out the other way. And then bottom side, nothing special there. Well, it does have instructions on how to convert that to a diorama. And on the back side, you got a very large image of the toy you're getting with some various features highlighted around it. Small image of the vehicle as you saw it in the movie. Along the top, you got Bespin Cloud Car, and then a pretty large write-up about this vehicle. It's kind of more than we get nowadays. Along the bottom, you got some other vehicles that were also available in the line at the time. And looking at it out of the packaging, I have to say this is a very well-done classic vehicle from Empire Strikes Back. Very representative of what was seen for the movie, although it was quite brief, you still, got a pretty good idea of what the vehicle looked like, and here we have it. Overall, a very nice bright orange color to it, but not like neon orange, just a strong orange. How about that? And you do have some different tones of other darker orange colors kind of mixed in there at the nose of the vehicle, and then around the canopy, and then also a little bit on the side of the vehicle at the bottom area. You have all sorts of panel detailing sculpted in around each pod vehicle. A single blaster molded on the outer side of each pod as well. A little bit of dark scorching painted in there. Around the top of the canopy, of course, you get your very straight lines where that window is. Nice clear plastic to see through. And for that canopy, that dark gray and the orange that you see by the windows, that's all actually clear plastic. The gray is painted in, nicely done. That orange is painted on as well. Matches very nice to the body color of the vehicle. On the back side of each pod, you got these little spoilers sculpted on, or I shouldn't say sculpted on. It is a separate piece and attached somehow, but not removable, doesn't have any function other than it just looks neat. For the center area where the engine is, at the front of the engine, of course, aside from the missiles that you got in there, I don't believe that's screen accurate, just playability feature here, but the vents of the engine are painted black. Nothing overly special to that. You got a little bit of gray detailing for some pipes and stuff on the top, and that's also repeated on the bottom of the engine. On the back of the engine, you have a nice glow painted in, kind of little off-white and a light blue color in there. And then to launch those missiles, you do have these gray buttons here on each side. Of course, just push it down, and they shoot right out. Nothing overly special about the sculpting to it. Pretty plain gray plastic, but, you get the idea of what it is. You got the little fins and stuff molded at the front area here. That's all the mechanics for it to launch out and hold in. Now, you can squeeze your pilot in there. Doesn't fit all the way down, but surprisingly, that kind of works to the advantage because that keeps his head looking out the window. In the end, I don't mind. It was pretty easy to get him in there, and certainly no problem closing the canopy like some other vehicles. Inside the canopy of each pod, you got some pretty decent detailing going on in there. A little bit of molding detail for some consoles and stuff along each side. Let me get a little light in there and see if that helps the cause. Got some detailing on the back of the chair and on the bottom. And then there's some additional silver paint detailing along the sides of those consoles. And that extends down quite far, but hopefully you're seeing that. Also, as noted at the box, you got some other action features going on. First, you can slide these together, and that reveals this little weapon area here on each side of the vehicle, which also shoots out another missile. Just push that down. You're in business. Don't believe this is like official canon from the movie or anything. Certainly nothing we saw on screen, but some added playability to it. That gray pipe sculpting continues from the other side of the engine. Otherwise, it's, it's pretty cool looking. And then also you can separate the larger vehicle into two smaller vehicles. Just pull apart at the center area. A little bit of paint detailing in there for that, but otherwise it's just pressure fit with this little air snap thing here, whatever you'd call it, and then the other side goes in there. But then just for looks, you can kind of center that up a little bit and make it look like a single proper vehicle. And then when you're done with that, just snap that back together. And for the final bit of added playability to this, each pod has a hood area that can open up and reveals some pretty decent engine sculpting in there. Nothing special paint application wise, but boy, there's just lots of little detailing sculpted in there. And the other engine looks the same, it's just reversed so that it, well, fits in properly. Otherwise, the only other thing you got the landing gear at the front of the vehicle, and then just a little nubbin actually at the bottom for that. Some decent sculpting, maybe this is supposed to be another blaster or something, but otherwise for the sled, you know, you got some sculpting of pistons and stuff going down. And of course those do fold up, but not all the way in. You do get a little bit hanging down there. Kind of wish that smoothed out, but oh well. Can't get everything, right? So overall, this really is a great looking toy. Unfortunately, it took, 15 years to get this redone in the modern line. Very nice upgrade to what was in the original vintage line. And you certainly have a lot of playability features with this one, with all the, the added missiles coming out of the side of it, the center of it, the thing splitting apart into two separate vehicles. So I think in the end, this one was definitely well worth the wait. And so that wraps up another review. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this Cloud Car in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.